Lori. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm glad to see you. Glad that you're back.
Yeah.
So how are things going with you and Allie?
Pretty good. There's been a lot going on, but, I felt good about our last meeting from last week, so I definitely tried to do a few of the things you said. Not everything was successful, but I got to go on my bike ride with my friends in the morning on Friday, so I really enjoyed that. Allie stayed with our neighbor. I dropped her off at school. I got her ready for school, and then the neighbor dropped her off at school, so that was helpful, and then I got to go on the bike ride, and the neighbor didn't seem to mind, and the girls were happy to be together to go to school, so it ended up working out.
Awesome. So, Allie's reaction, you said they were happy to be together. Did she have any other, how else did she feel about that? Going to the neighbors?
Yeah.
How was that for her? Did she tell you?
Yeah, I told her on Thursday night, what the plan was for the next morning, that I was gonna get her ready and make her breakfast and all of that, and then she would go with the neighbor to school. And she seemed fine with it. Of course, there was the everyday struggle with breakfast and the cereal and the normal struggle, but after that she was excited to go see her friend, so we got through breakfast rather quickly after the struggle of, what are you going to eat? Are you going to eat the cereal? Do you want milk? Just that normal everyday struggle. So she was happy to hang out with her friend for the 10-minute car ride, and I got to go have some free time, so that was good.
Okay, good to hear. So I hear a little bit of disdain in your voice, kind of the everyday breakfast thing going on, the struggle. Can you tell me more about that and more about how you've been reacting when she doesn't want to do her homework, doesn't want to eat breakfast, things like that?
Yeah, the morning is mostly a struggle with the breakfast. I don't know, I haven't been able to figure out what it quite is that makes her so agitated about breakfast. I think she needs to eat breakfast because it's the most important meal of the day, and if she's not eating, then she's going to be hungry all day, and then she'll be grumpy, so I make her eat. So I give her a choice, do you want to have toast, do you want to have cereal, and then I don't know why it's the cereal that always just causes a scene. But I wanted to tell you that on Friday, when after the little breakfast fiasco, and then she went to school with the neighbor, and I got to go bike riding for the whole day. I felt like a little bit of peace in my life, and I was happy to come home, because I think I told you last week that sometimes I just dread coming home because I know it's going to be a fight. But I stayed late a little bit at work, so the neighbor brought her home for me too, so to and from school. And she was so much happier. She was happy to see me. She was excited. I was happy to see her. She was excited because I told her we were going to go to the zoo on Saturday, so that was exciting. So it was just an overall good day on Friday.
Good day. I'm really happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Very happy to hear that. So, coming back to the breakfast, do you notice when you're asking her, hey, Allie, what do you want for breakfast? And she's kind of showing this disdain. How are you reacting when she's, no, I don't want the milk, I don't want it?
Right. I get agitated, obviously, because it's in the morning, there's not a lot of time, we have a short period of time to get up, eat our breakfast and go. So I'm like, I give her a choice. Do you want to have cereal or do you want to have toast? No, I don't want to eat breakfast. Well, you're going to eat breakfast, Allie. Which one do you want? No, I'm not eating. So then I choose one, and I usually choose cereal because it's quicker, and I just pour it in the bowl with the milk, and here you go, eat it. And sometimes she eats it, or sometimes she plays with it, and milk gets all over the table and mostly on the floor, and then I get even more mad because now I have to clean it up. And she doesn't end up eating, so it's just a fight.
Okay. Have you ever thought about packing a power bar or a breakfast bar in her lunch and seeing maybe how she would react to that?
I've never thought of that. When I pack her lunch, I pack it pretty well. She has different types of snacks, grapes and an apple, some type of pretzels or chips, something that she likes, and a sandwich. So she has a nice variety, and she could eat a snack if she wanted, I assume, if the teacher would let her. Yeah. But no, I haven't done the power bar or a cereal bar.
Yeah. What I was thinking when I'm hearing you say this, and the reaction kind of goes here because, like you said, short amount of time. So maybe trying some breakfast bars, and on her way to school, she may be more apt to eat them.
Oh, okay. So just take away the cereal altogether in the bowl.
You could give it a shot.
Here, let's eat, and maybe just when we're in the car, here, do you want this? It's delicious. I'm gonna eat one too. Maybe you might want one.
Yeah, model the behavior maybe.
That could work. Plus, that would alleviate a lot of time that's wasted on not only fixing the breakfast, but then cleaning up the breakfast that's now on the floor and the table, and
yeah,
that would really help.
Yeah, that could be something just to try out, see what it does. A lot of teenagers, for some reason, I don't know why, there's no studies out there for it, but well, they just don't like breakfast.
No, they just don't want to eat their breakfast, and I'm like, you are gonna eat something.
Yeah, and that's perfectly fine, you know, as long as she has if you offer her something, and she she has a choice now.
Right, and even if she doesn't want to eat it, I could still just take it with you. Maybe she'll eat it later when I'm not around. Who knows? Maybe it's me that she doesn't want to eat it.
It's probably not that. I would say teens. Probably teens. Just being teens. And also, I think you mentioned the reactions that you're having. Sometimes switching up what we do instead of trying to do the same thing, which would be the breakfast bar, it can, for the child, they're like, oh, situations change.
Right.
And their reaction will change. It will model after that. So we could try that.
Yeah. That's so easy. It's an easy fix. I like that.
Yeah, and you know, when you come back next week, let me know how that one goes. But obviously, you know, you did report that Friday was an awesome day for you because you got to go biking. You were both excited to see each other. So
that was a good feeling.
Yeah, definitely. Now, when she did come home, and was the homework struggle still there?
Well, on Friday we didn't really do too much homework.
Okay.
It was Friday, so and like I said, I came home a little later than usual, so we kind of just had free time. Like, she hung out with our neighbor for a little bit. Then when I came home, we had dinner. We just ordered pizza, which she seemed to like.
Nice.
So that went well, and then we just watched a movie. And then, you know, we had talked about going to the zoo on Saturday. So, but on Sunday we did our homework. It was a bit of a struggle as usual, but I don't know if it was just the amount of homework that she had, and maybe we shouldn't have waited until Sunday, but we did have all day Sunday to do it, but it was just a lot all at once, I think.
Can you tell me a little bit about what kind of behaviors or reactions do you have when you're sitting her down and saying, "Hey, Allie, it's time to do your homework now"? What types of things are you doing?
Yeah, I started kind of just easing into the homework idea earlier in the day, you know, around breakfast time or right after breakfast, you know, you need to do your homework today, school's tomorrow, you know, just kind of planting that seed. And now I don't want to do my homework. I'm like, okay, well, you know, we have the whole day, we'll work, I can help you, you know, you got to do your homework. So, you know, time would pass, she watched a TV show, and then I'm like, okay, you know, it's 11 o'clock, we got to do this homework now. So I, you know, shut the TV off, and now we're at the kitchen table, and I'm there with her so that I'm not doing something fun while she's doing her homework, and she's throwing the papers on the floor, and she's just like, I'm not doing this, I don't want to.
Okay.
And I just get so irritated. It's I don't care if you don't want to, you have to do it. Yeah. You have to.
It is irritating, and I hear you there, and you know, you're trying to be a good mom. You want her to get her homework done, and that's understandable.
Right.
Something though that when you're getting irritated, it is a completely normal emotion, because when your child is doing something you don't want them to do, you get irritated.
Right.
And frustration happens. Something that, now, have you, when she's throwing the papers on the floor and the pencils go flying and you're just standing there yelling, irritated, not having it, have you ever tried setting a reinforcement, either go to your room, or you have to do the homework. Have you ever tried setting a clear-cut, this is what's going to happen if you don't do it?
I usually just make her sit at the table until it's done. And then the whole day goes by and a little bit at a time gets done, but it's exhausting, it's irritating, and I wasted the whole entire day, and so did she. If we could have just done it in like an hour, which it probably could be done, we could have done something fun, we could hang out with friends, but no, we have to just sit there the whole day. So I make her sit there, obviously I feed her lunch and all of those things, but like,
yes.
We take a break and eat lunch, and then we're back at the homework, because it has to get done.
So you try to work with her, you try to take breaks and kind of model it around what does Allie need.
Right.
So when you're modeling it around what does Allie need, and your behaviors are, I'm going to take a break, because of Allie. And Allie knows this. She's intelligent. She's smart. I talked to her last week.
Yeah.
Remember? She's a very smart girl. When she's doing this and saying no, she's testing the waters with you. She's trying to say, how far can I push Mom?
Right, okay.
So if I can say no, then Mom's going to make me lunch, or I'm going to get to watch my show. Which, the homework does get done when you do it that way, but it takes forever, and you're irritated.
Yes.
Very
extremely irritated.
So, the behavior you're showing her is, you can push and push and push, and I'm going to let you keep doing this and this and this.
Got it.
So
I never thought of it like that. I thought I was doing the right thing.
And it's not about right or wrong at all. Because when we talked about last week, you were saying, I just feel like I'm not doing it right, it's a bad mom. But when you're doing this, it's giving her, she's testing the waters, pushing and pushing, and she knows how I can do this. And it doesn't have to do with what you're doing right or wrong. Because for some kids, that works. Because all kids are different.
Yeah.
All personalities, people are different. Allie needs something more structured.
Okay.
And you are offering her structure. But she needs black and white here. So trying something like, you're going to go to your room for X amount of time. What would you think about that? How do you, if you said that to her, instead of getting irritated and taking the breaks?
It would give me a break from her, number one, which is good, so I don't get more frustrated and yell and scream. But, do you think that if she goes to her room, then she'll enjoy that, and then she'll want to, play or watch, TV in there?
Okay. That's really good that you bring that up. So sending her to an area, no cell phones, no computers, no TVs.
Okay.
An area that she can be in her thoughts for X amount of time.
Okay.
If she peeps her head out of the room, Mom, can I come out now? It hasn't been enough time yet. Still thinking. Mom, can I have my cell phone? Mom, can I watch TV? Can I take a break? Because kids want to push. It's normal.
Okay.
You have to say, because when you're saying no, this is the amount of time you have to be in your room. This is the amount of time you're doing on your homework. Then she starts to understand that that's the expectation.
Ah, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so. I think I could try it.
Oh yeah, this is all stuff we're trying. You gotta try it out in order to know if it's gonna work or not. So giving her that expectation, and it takes a couple times. It's not, you're not gonna go home and it's gonna happen.
Right.
She has to learn. And so by you altering your behavior of taking the breaks, getting irritated because you just want the homework done, by setting a clear expectation and showing her one behavior that it doesn't have any emotion attached, because it's not about emotions, it's about her getting her homework done.
Right, yeah.
She's going to start to understand that's what I have to do. And if I don't do it, I have to go to my room with no internet. And what kid nowadays, they're not going to enjoy that.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
I think that, how long do I let her stay in her room?
I would say about 30 minutes. I mean, not terribly long, because then that's just pushing it too much, but to give her some time to think about it. Think about how much this sucks now that I'm just sitting here.
Right.
You know?
Okay. I would like that. I think that would be good. I've never really been the, like, time out kind of mom, so I never thought of it.
Yeah. And it's going to feel different because, you know, you're used to doing things differently with her. You're used to behaving differently with her. And that's okay. And trying out new things doesn't mean that you have to keep doing them if they're not working. So know that if this isn't working after you do it for about 2 weeks, we try new stuff.
Yeah, well, we have every day to try it, since it's every day is a struggle.
Yeah.
So, okay. All right, so tomorrow I could maybe try it. I'm a little nervous about it. I don't really know how to start it or, like, get her up from the kitchen table and actually in the room, but...
If she's refusing, let's say, just sitting at the table, probably has her cell phone, you take the cell phone, you turn off the TV, and you say, if this is where you want to be, 30 minutes. And I don't have the homework there, because now you don't get to do the homework either.
Right. Now we're just having quiet time.
Yeah. And it'll, you know, after an amount of time, it will, hopefully, we're hoping, we'll try it, see how she's going to react to that.
Okay.
Because in altering your behaviors and how you react, letting her take the breaks, letting, you know, getting irritated, which is normal. When you're not doing that, she's going to see mom isn't irritated and mom means no.
Right. And that's exactly, I want her to know that I mean no and that I mean business when it's homework time.
Yeah.
And not that it's like fun and games and we're going to just spend the whole entire day frustrated.
Yeah. And now, kind of on the flip side of that, Lori, because I know in our last session you'd mentioned, you know, what if she doesn't love me, and worrying about things like that, which yet again, I mean, that's really a real emotion. Like, you want your kid to love you.
Yeah.
And, you know, Allie does. But that's a real concern. Using a positive reinforcement to balance out that negative reinforcement. Okay. So that could look like you get to watch your favorite show for an extra 30 minutes after you do what I want, what needs to be done.
Okay.
So, and this isn't after she's been punished. Yeah, like a reward. Yeah.
Okay.
So then this isn't after she's been punished. So say she's punished, she comes back, does her homework. This is, she comes home, does her homework. You say, hey, you did a really good job today. Do you want to watch whatever, Pretty Little Liars, whatever shows they watch, for a little bit of extra time? Okay. Giving her a reward and letting her know, you did a good job. Because people like knowing they do a good job.
Yeah, it would be so great if that could just happen. If she could just come home and do the homework and I could just give her, I would love to give her a reward if she could just do it.
Yeah, and that's the balance there. So getting her to that point where she knows the expectation, she knows what your behavior is going to be. It's not going to fluctuate.
Right, okay, so consistency, I think, is what you're
Consistency.
Getting at.
So if one day she comes home, throws a temper tantrum, and she does the same exact thing the next day, and this is going to be hard. You have to do the same exact thing.
So then she'll have to go and have her alone time again.
It has to be the same expectation built up. And once she starts to realize that that's the expectation, okay. And then, hey, you get to buy an app on your phone. You've been doing so good with the homework. I'm really proud of you.
That's a good idea. It's a good one, too.
Yeah, so just little things that kids like, or an iTunes gift card for like $10. It's like little things that kids like to let them know, hey, I'm doing something right.
Right.
I'm meeting the expectation that mom has.
Okay.
And so when she notices that mom isn't irritated and that Allie is okay and she's doing a good job, that's going to help you guys' relationship.
I think so. That would be great.
Yeah.
Then I won't feel frustrated coming home from work and like annoyed and like just dreading coming home. I don't want to dread coming home.
Well, and you mentioned earlier, Lori, that Friday you felt at peace.
I did.
Yeah.
I want to feel that more.
Yeah, and that's possible. You know, by doing what we talked about last week, by implementing some of the stuff we're talking about this week, it's possible. You know, and you have a lot of strength and you have a lot of weight on your shoulders at the same time. So it's important to take care of yourself, but at the same time to work with Allie, you know? And you are the parent, but you also deserve that free time. And that
I did enjoy my free time.
Yes, yeah, you felt good, and that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's really good. So, is there any other concerns or anything that you wanted to talk about?
Well, I want to do more of the bike riding, but maybe you can help me with this because I want to do more of the bike riding, but again, like, they're mostly in the mornings before work or at night, like around, like right after dinner. So, and I don't want to leave Allie home alone, or, you know, obviously I have to take her to school or be home with her at night.
Yeah.
And, you know, plus she won't do her homework if I leave her home alone. So I'm just, so I really liked that our neighbor was willing to take her, but I just feel bad asking her every time, or, you know, maybe every other week. But even for in the evenings, like, I don't want to send her to her friend's house when she's not doing her homework, because then she thinks she can have fun over there.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure, like, how to implement more of the bike time.
Yeah, how to get more of your free time without letting Allie kind of get off the hook and go have fun.
Right.
Now, that's a good concern. That's a good one. So, and it's important that you do have that bike riding time. Now, when Allie goes over to the friend's house, do they do any amount of homework over there?
Yeah, it depends on if we've done any already.
Okay.
If I've already worked with her and it's been a fight for the last hour, I don't make her bring it.
Okay.
But if it's like we haven't even looked at it yet, then I bring it and hope that they can get some of it done. And sometimes they do.
Sometimes.
And then when she comes home, we just have a little bit to finish.
Okay.
And it's better.
That's pretty good. Okay. So something that you could do is letting Allie know Mom's going to go on a bike ride. You know, letting her up front know that that's what's happening that night so she knows. And starting to set, we talked about this expectation. Okay, you're going to get your homework done. This is what you have to do. If not, this is what happens.
Okay.
Go have your free time. Go on the bike ride. It's about an hour that you're on the bike ride for. You can leave her alone. Go on the bike ride and say beforehand, Allie, I really believe that you can get the homework done. I know you can. You're independent and capable. And you can do it. And when we get back, maybe we can watch one of your shows. But if I get back and you don't have the homework done, we're going to have to
work on it.
We're going to, well, and the thing is, it's her responsibility. The homework.
Okay.
Because she doesn't need to be relying on you for the homework. We're going to work to get her non-reliant on that for you to be able to leave and know that she's going to get it done.
Right. I would like that.
Yeah. So letting her know, okay, Mom's going on the bike ride. If you don't have the homework done, this is what's going to happen. You're not going to be able to eat dessert. Or if there's something that she really likes to do at night that's kind of, is there anything that she likes to do?
Yeah, she really is. When she's good, I usually give her some ice cream.
Okay.
And then we watch a show together.
That's really nice. So, and this is going to get her to understand, it's going to give her a gauge of, okay, this is what I need to do in order to get this.
Okay.
And she's going to see you modeling that behavior. Mom's going out to do this. I have to do this.
Right. Okay.
So if you let her know, Allie, you know, when you get your homework done, we can have some ice cream and watch that show. If not, we're not going to be able to do that.
Okay. It's
We're
hard.
not. It is hard because that's your time with your girl.
I know. I feel bad.
Yeah. But it's okay because you're creating free time for yourself. And you're showing her that that's an important thing. Because you haven't done that before.
Right.
So you're showing her that it's good to have time to yourself. At the same time, you're also showing her You have to be responsible here.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be here all the time when you're doing it.
And maybe she'll benefit from some alone time.
You both will.
Yeah.
It benefited you and
Yeah.
helped you.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe looking at doing that, would you think once this week you could try that?
I can try. Yeah.
Okay. I see some fluctuation in your tone. Tell
I
me what
just
you're
feel like I
feeling.
have a lot to try this week, and I'm overwhelmed. But
would you like to write it down? We can write down.
Yeah. But I'd like to like maybe just try it with you. Maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
Or I'm just like I'm not really sure how to. I don't know. I'm just the constant no in my mind of like, no, I'm not going to do this, and no, I don't want to do this, and then me constantly repeating it to her. I just want to make sure that I can stay strong and like get the point across and just implement these cool new tools you're teaching me.
How about if you'd like to, do you want to do a role play where you play Allie and I play you?
Okay.
And we can kind of see what's going. And it doesn't have to be terribly long.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Oh, wow.
We don't have to make it an hour.
In like an hour of my life.
Yeah, we don't have to do that. But just so I can get a picture of what's going on, and then we can talk about some of the things that I employ.
Okay. I would like that.
Okay.
Right.
So
breakfast time or homework time or what?
You pick.
Oh, okay. I guess the homework would be the one that causes the most problems for me.
Okay.
All right.
Start.
I'm Allie.
You're Allie. Start whenever you're ready.
All right. No, Mom. I'm not doing this. Not gonna do it. Just gonna sit here.
You're just gonna sit there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not doing this homework. I don't know how. I don't want to learn.
Okay.
I don't want your help either.
Okay. I don't have to help you with that. That's fine. So you're not gonna do it?
Mm-mm.
Okay. That's okay. What I'm gonna need you to do, Allie, is because you're not going to do the homework, you have to go to your room.
I'm not going to my room.
Okay.
I don't want to go to my room.
Okay. You don't have to go to your room. That's fine. The cell phone. Taking the cell phone. And you have about 30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Yeah. And you don't get to do the homework either. No homework.
No, I'd rather do the homework.
But you don't. Not right now. In 30 minutes you can. You can do the homework in 30 minutes, and that's okay. But no cell phone, no homework. I'm going to turn off the TV. 30 minutes.
What am I supposed to do for 30 minutes?
Sit there and think about it. Sit there and think about it. I'll be back in 30 minutes, okay?
Oh, well, maybe I can just read this book instead.
No book.
But at least
No
it's a book.
No book. Sit there. You got 30 minutes to think about it. And then we can talk, okay?
Okay, Mom.
Okay. We can cut. So, she's probably going to put up more in a fight than that.
Mm-hmm. Probably, yeah.
Yeah. But did you notice anything?
Consistency, yes, and like just being stern and taking away all the things that she has access to, like because she wasn't going to go to her room, taking away everything that she has access to at the table or like in that area. I think that's good. That way, if she doesn't, I mean, I'm not going to physically make her get up out of the chair and go to her room. So like if she's not going to go to her room, then I see how that could be helpful too.
Yeah. And something else that I kind of wanted to point out, you said consistency, which is, yeah. I didn't say, okay, you can read the book because that, at least you're doing something that is beneficial.
Mm-hmm.
Or, fine, you can do the homework because now you want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's her pushing you.
Right. Okay.
Oh, I'll do it now. Oh, well, you can't do it now.
Because now she's wanting to do it on her terms, but she needs to do it on my terms.
Yeah.
Okay.
She needs to do it on your terms and know that there's a time situation here, that she needs to have it done.
Okay.
Something else is, my tone was like, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you were very calm.
You
I
don't
wish
have
I
to.
could be that calm.
Well, and it's hard because she's your kid.
Right.
But taking a deep breath and just biting your tongue, pinching your leg if you need to, and getting through.
Okay.
Notice I didn't say, God, I wish you would, like, that there was, my behavior was very, okay.
Then this is what you're going to do.
And I didn't change my mind.
Yeah. That's true.
That's it.
Okay.
And I didn't say, oh my God, I just wish you would, I wish for once you would do this. I wish.
And I do that a lot.
Yeah, because you want her to do it.
Right. And I just wish you would.
Yeah. And so when she's going to see your behavior, she's going to probably be like, what's going on? And when that becomes a consistent thing, like, let's say 15 minutes later, and it hasn't been 30 yet, comes up to you, Mom, I'm sorry. I really want to do the homework. Here's a great opportunity. Okay, I'm so happy to hear that you want to do the homework. You have about 15 more minutes, and then you can do the homework. And if you need me help, I can help you.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Just to the point and stick to it.
Yeah,
Stick
but
to the original.
let her know, I'm happy you want to do your homework. That's good.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It could work. With time, I think it would work.
Yeah.
The first time I do that, she's gonna be really mad. I already know.
Oh yeah.
But I'll be mentally prepared.
She's gonna be mad.
And then I'll come and see you, and we'll talk about it.
You can always call me. You can call
Okay.
if you're very like, her reaction. Because yeah, she may stomp off. Let her stomp off. But you have 30 minutes.
Okay.
If she comes and tries, no, you have 30 minutes.
Right.
No, you have 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, just over and
You
over again.
have 30
Repeat,
minutes.
repeat.
Yeah.
30 more minutes.
Yeah, and she's probably gonna try it because she'll probably cool down with about in 10 minutes,
Right.
and then realize, shit.
Now what do I do?
Yeah, and then she'll say, I really want to do the homework, or can I at least have my phone back? No.
But so what do I do if she says, okay, after all of that, and we get the homework done finally, and then she wants to watch her show? I shouldn't let her. But how do I?
Something you could do is you could say, we're gonna watch your show, but no ice cream.
Okay. So don't give her everything that she wants.
Yeah, and you could even say, we're gonna watch your show because I really enjoy spending time with you. But no ice cream because of earlier.
Okay. I think I can handle that.
Yeah.
Because I do want to spend a little bit of time with her. I don't want all the time that we do spend together to be confrontational.
That's no fun. That's awful. That's your child, so
Right.
makes sense.
Okay.
There needs to just be a consistent thing. So if the next day she does the same thing, and then she goes, "Can I have the ice cream?" Say, "No, but we can watch the show together." Or, "Do you want the ice cream but no show?" I mean, whatever you want to say, however you want to approach it with her. But did that give you a little bit of a better picture of?
Yeah, definitely. Because I was just unsure, how to be consistent and no, you're not you're gonna have 30 more minutes, or yeah. I think it was very clear.
Okay.
I'm glad we did that.
Okay, good. And know that if you have any questions or concerns, like I said, you can call me.
Okay.
It was a pleasure meeting Allie last week. It was really nice, and I think there's a lot of promise here. And I know that working with you and us working together, we can really, help the situation.
She did like meeting you. She thought you were cool. But I think she wants to come back. I don't know if that's something.
If she's interested, yeah, definitely. Because there was a couple things that I worked on with her.
Okay.
With the temper and stuff like that, maybe toning it down.
Okay.
But we can.
Maybe after I try to implement some of these things, you can touch base with her.
Yeah, to see how she's taking it. Absolutely. We can schedule that. I'd like to see her in about 2 weeks.
Okay.
Just to see what's going on there. But with you, if you'd like, we can make an appointment for next week.
Right, I think that would be good. Same time is perfect.
Okay, cool. So Lori, is there anything else that you wanted to touch base on or anything like that?
I think you really got all of it. I feel a little bit better. I know that I'm gonna change my behavior a little bit when dealing with the homework, and we're gonna implement these new reward systems and not punishments, but things that have to happen if she doesn't do her
just
homework.
little reinforcements.
Yeah.
And there's some positive in there.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, thank you so
Thank
much.
you so
I
much,
appreciate it. Good to see you.
Me too.